We just did 2 contracts in one market phase, which is absolutely insane. You can see we just got another 2, which is absolutely awesome. Because honestly, I'm kind of thinking right now, if we keep going at this speed, we may be able to push this to level 5 within this episode. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode of Little Big Workshop with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to our factory right here. Now, in the last episode, we finally took on one more mega contract, getting the job done with Crazy Steve, getting his contract out of the way, and now we have one final and ultimate goal still remaining. The ultimate goal here being to push Inco Inc to level 5 to get the final mega contract out of the way, and that way kind of to complete like the last major goal that I've set myself in this game. So we are currently working on this drone, which you can see is about to actually be delivered in just a second, and well, we're gonna go and spam some plans today. I would say we're gonna be looking to pass a good bunch of market phases here in order to well, hopefully get as much reputation in one episode as we can and get very close to actually finishing the stuff. Also, you will of course have to keep the main business in our eyes too, you know, getting some contracts going alongside, or at least products going alongside that we can sell for profit, but main thing is going to be this. And what does seem to be good news is we, I think rather recently actually got Inco Inc to level 3, and we do now have 2 contracts available to take at once, which I would say is quite the good sign, you know. We're going to get both of those underway, and we are going to, of course, go and make those plans here real quick. Now, in terms of this one, I would, well, I will have to focus on max robotitude right there. We will apparently have to focus on max robotitude about everywhere, which is, interesting. That kind of indicates to me that we'll probably need a bit more expensive materials. Where else do we define how much robotitude we have? Apparently here with this one right there then. Okay, so you can see we only need 10 points for strength, 5 points for design. Honestly, not the worst thing in the world, I would say. We can probably hit the strength target by going with metal over wood in most places, but we will somewhat have to see there. I mean, we do of course want to hit our design target too, but maybe we pick first all these. Well, okay, so the question being, if we do mix it properly between metal and wood, can we hit the target that we aspire to be hitting? I think so. If you look right there, that is looking rather good. Perfect. Okay, so we've actually hit the sweet spot where we do not need a single bit of expensive materials by nicely juggling between wood and metal use to get both our strength and design targets in reach. And well, that's that then. That's all set up. I will go and do all this crazy, slightly annoying madness myself. At this point, what I really have to say, the one thing I would really appreciate in this game, and I know, you know, the development has kind of come to a place where this is probably more or less the final game. There's not going to be much of any progress, but if the developers are ever going to see this, the one thing I think would really be very great to have at this point in the game would be some sort of auto-assign mechanic that makes things a bit easier, because honestly, this assigning has taken me absolute ages, and I think there's probably a way to do that a bit easier, right? So, yeah, just a little bit of feedback from my side there, but let me go and do all this assignment, and I'll be right back with you all. Alright, so all the things are properly assigned. Let's just go quickly hit that batch icon, which is of course the most important part of all of this, and then we are going to get this stuff on the way. So that's the next thing on the list then for our workers to take care of. We'll go right on to the other contract, also get that underway, and they'll probably use some of our very useful buttons that we have kind of unlocked through R&D in the last few episodes. One good news thing, though, being that apparently we do not need to do anything new for the box port, which is honestly quite the relief, because there has been so many plans that I've made for all these Inco Inc contracts. I'm very happy that we're kind of now at a point where we, for the first time ever, get a contract where we have to do next to nothing. Apparently we do need to do the foam injection assignment, but that's it, and we'll go and execute that. We will reprioritize based on contract time, so this is going to be 1, 2, and that's going to be 3, so let's bring that one up, and then we bring this one up, and then that one. And, well, then we get things going again. Now, alongside, if we take a quick look here, the wide draws, we've got another 20 to make. So, you know, woodworking should, in theory, be busy for a while longer. Snowmobiles, speed bikes are going to keep the other departments for busy for quite a bit of time, too. Probably let's deliver that out along the way as well. All the other parts, of course, being delivered. That is why we had a little bit of an initial delay right here, but that should hopefully be all fine, especially given the speed with which we're making the barrel bots. And that is the other bots out of the way too nicely and beautifully. So in terms of the wide draws, it seems like these things are honestly delivering quite solidly for quite a while still. So what I do want to do is I think I'm just going to queue another 50 of those. That way we keep our woodworking nice and busy with no need to really create any new plans or think about many economical implications, you know. Things can just keep running the way they ran before, and we stick with the same product for now, given that the outlook is kind of good. I think that's a good way to do things right there. So that stays all the same, you know, woodworking all nice and filled up and busy again. So beautiful, great news right there, and it's nice and easy for us. And at the same time, look at the speed with which we're doing these barrel bots. That is absolutely insane. It appears as though we have a call to take, which is not interesting to us whatsoever at this current point. We could do one of these things if we really wanted to, but given the speed that we're currently doing the barrel bots, I'm not really sure that's necessary, to be honest. I mean, even the worker numbers right here, I think are currently sort of developing due to the game sometimes struggling to allocate all the workers due to the speed at which the game's running right now with the 3x speed, and there's like so many operations in the game. Just, I don't know, it feels like it does like one thing after another, and then sometimes it struggles a bit or something, but I don't really think we badly need... We're just going to do the volunteers anyways. Why not? You know, free volunteers, woohoo. We've got the barrel bots done. That's insane. That took us half a market phase to get those out of the way, and the box bots are nearly done too. That is crazy. Look at our experience with them. We're nearly up to level 4 now, after like 7 minutes into the episode. I think we're doing rather well. We're going to go and deliver out quite a bunch of wide draws, you know, use the demand that we have in this market phase. Why in the world not? And, oh boy. And then we get messed up by that guy again. Beautiful. Yeah, so... Of course that had to happen, and you can see that this is probably not going to stay that way, so emergency, slight bit of an emergency. We will change the prioritization about the place here a bit, and make the wide draws basically my highest priorities, even over snowmobiles and stuff, because we need to fix that now, hopefully, somehow. Yeah, not the greatest news in the world right there, but then again, we're at a point where we have so much money that it's probably not the worst thing in the world that could happen to us. At least that's what I hope. Looking at the workers, we do have a few that we could promote if we really wanted to. I'm unsure if we really need any more promotions anywhere currently. Like, I'm rather convinced that we're overall doing rather fine, and like the amount of workers is kind of making the game struggle already anyway, so I don't think it would really be a great efficiency improvement in terms of our work times. It would really only raise the salaries that we pay currently, and that, as I don't really have any big need for it, at least not a very big felt need for it, I think we're just going to leave things where they're at in terms of that. The box bots, though, being nearly done, what I do want to do is also sell these 4 out before the next market phase hits, because, you know, the more profit we make out of that now, the better, before we probably make way less profit and are able to sell, well, way less of them too. We can even sell another 2 here. Let's do that. Well, why not? Every single bit counts, and then we're going to go and deliver the box bots right at the end of the market phase. We just did 2 contracts in 1 market phase, which is absolutely insane. You can see we just got another 2, which is absolutely awesome, because honestly, I'm kind of thinking right now, if we keep going at this speed, we may be able to push this to level 5 within this episode. Best part being, this is once more a contract for which we've already set up the blueprint, so we're just swiftly going to get that going. And we are going to go for the other contract first. Let's see about the plan. We do not have this one, so that's one that we will need to set up. Unfortunately, you know, things could have been so easy, but sometimes, you know, you got to actually do some work. So let's see how we're going to do this. I think we're going to go for a bit of robotitude here. We will go for this amount of robotitude there, maybe, potentially, and then that arm, and then we're at 21. Then we can here probably go for the higher amount of robotitude, and here for the lowest amount of robotitude, which makes no sense whatsoever. We actually can go for the 2 robotitude thing, which means we've got 1 too many. Yeah, I don't think we can lower 1, and like it's the way it is, I think. So here we're gonna go and select all the parts that are definitely gonna be made of metal first. So the range just kind of narrows down a bit. Probably that's not the way we're gonna do it. And we get more of an idea, basically, what we can do where in terms of the materials. Why is this the more expensive material currently? I don't know, but oh no, that wasn't selected, just looked like it. Okay, and then we are already in the scope. Okay, so that's interesting. We didn't even have any method selected past this, or any material or anything. We were already in the scope, so I would argue a rather easy one here to take care of, except for the fact that of course it takes some time to make this plan. I think that is rather decent. So well, once more, after setting this material to wood, a tad bit of work for me to assign all these things, but as usual, I will do that off screen, and I'll be back after the cut. Alright, back we are, the blueprint, all done and ready to execute. So let's get that going too. It seems as though all this stuff is honestly, pretty much the same thing that we just did, you know. I mean, of course, we had to do something different here for that box spot, but the barrel, I don't know. I don't think we're really far off what we just did, which is totally fine. You can see down there, that already nearly got us to level 4. We're like 2,000 XP off of it, which is insane, because these next 2 contracts are probably going to get us halfway to level 5, which I'm not complaining about. You know, it's great for me, but wow. Also, you can see the demand is slightly decreasing, the money not as much yet on the wide draws, so I'm hopeful that we can hopefully chuck a good bunch of those out on the open market before you really badly get affected by that stuff. So let's keep going like that for the time being, and fingers crossed it's all going to go somewhat fine for us. In the meanwhile, what else is there to do? The snowmobiles are still somewhat working away. Oh boy. Please assemble these now. Like, literally now. Like, literally now. Oh my god, they're all gonna go out of demand in the next market phase. I have not paid attention to those lower down products whatsoever, and now it's coming back to absolutely mess us up. We've got 45 hours to fix this mess, or we're gonna lose all the money that we've got in the materials for this stuff. This is an issue. Overclock everything. We gotta push everything into this now. Oh my god. 2 snowmobiles are thus far done. 2. I would need a few more to be done. Ideally all 25 of them. Do you think we can get that done? I'm not too sure. Oh my god. I mean, the contracts have been going well, and I've been very happy with that, but the snowmobile part, yeah. You know, that was a very fitting use, I would say, of the Code Red thing, but that is literally the worst situation ever. That is so bad for us. You can see we've got like 17 done already, though, so now all the overclocks and everything that we've R&D'd seem to have utterly helped us there for the time being, which is certainly good news. God, I'm kind of... yeah, very flabbergasted by that revelation right there. Honestly, that could have absolutely cost us a good bunch of money right there. Very happy that we found out in time And, well, the last 5 will actually... I think this means we can still sell a few, and then after that it goes out of the market. So, in theory, I think that is still good. R&D, we got 6 points, so I think we can also finally finish up on all the R&D here, being market manipulation. Renew ability, refresh and renew all general market offers. Cool. One more thing actually being left here, that is the loading bay, which honestly isn't too important in my book. We've now finished all the R&D stuff. I don't know, I've somewhat survived the game quite nicely with only one loading bay, you know. It's been a bit iffy here and there sometimes when I really need it multiple, but it's been very rare of an occasion that it, you know, felt like a bit of an issue. But most of the time, I think one loading bay has done very well for me. Now, the barrel bots are about to be finished. I'm kind of hoping that also we do get another 2 contracts here, and not like the fact that we haven't done these contracts yet is going to slow the contract, not creation, but the contracts being given to us by the game down a bit. I'm kind of worried that may end up being the case, but let's see. We'll hit deliver there. Maybe that helps. And then the next market phase is going to hit us right here. So let's go right back to the contracts. And it appears as though we indeed only got 1, which I guess is probably due to us still having 2 that are active. So that is an issue, something to keep in mind there. I would think that that is the reason. I wouldn't be able to 100% tell you, you know, because only the devs really know. That's what it feels like to me. So, yeah, bit of an issue right there. Anyway, so let's go and, well, go and reach all these targets in terms of robotitude, and then we will go and, well, then we will go and see about the next few things to take care of. So, as usual, you know, all the metal parts first, and then we take care of the rest of things. So, all of these basically done. Now, we only need 1 more design, so, well, honestly, I think we're very well off just extruding this metal right here, and we'll see if we need wood somewhere. I'll leave one thing open for the time being, you know, but other than that, well, I mean, we can really just do that. And, well, this is metal regardless. And then we've got this thing, which we're going to make of wood too, because I think it's technically a tad bit cheaper than the metal. And that's about it. Now, material selection, all the cheapest things, of course. And that is everything out of the way. So 1 more assignment phase for me, and I'll be back afterwards. Alright, and back we are. You can see the ready for production seal right down there. Let's go and hit that execute button, and let's get this stuff underway too. So, barrel bots going all the way up there. The snowmobiles then being sold out on the open market before we cannot sell them anymore. Very good choice to speed things up and move that up there for a quick second. I think that saved us quite the pain right there. Now, let's go and we'll deliver out first few wide draws, because honestly, why in the world not? And we probably also actually want something that takes care of our plastic works department. So, sort of kind of considering what we want to do there. Maybe a different sort of snowmobile. This one right here is honestly looking quite good, and this is a new addition to the market, so I think we've got some options. The question being, which one do we want to go for? The monetary development doesn't look too well right here, but it does look somewhat alright right here, so I think I'm going to go for the more stable curve, which does in turn mean making yet another plan. Do we have the plan for the other one is maybe the question, because, you know, I'm a bit lazy at this point, so we do have that plan. I think let's make 25 of these. It's going to be fine. 25 is going to be done rather quickly. The thing is pretty darn new, and, well, like 2 or 3 market phases, we should be done with this. Let's start like that. That spares me the pain of having to make a plan. And apparently there's gnomes out and about. Already seeing the holes down there, so let's maybe start like that and get the first gnome out of the way right there. If and when we can actually assemble this. Thank you. Boom. Cool. That's one of them out of the way. Now, where are the other ones currently sat at? I have got no clue. honestly not too crazily amazed about the gnome thing anymore. You know, it was a fun thing for a start. I would honestly at this point really appreciate if I could turn off these special events, because, well, yeah, I don't know. We've had this for quite a while now, haven't we? So we're gonna just move this thing to over here, I think, because the gnomes seem to be here and there-ish. Haven't seen them, but we're gonna move them over. No, not really. Sorry, pal. We are gonna keep it at that. We're just gonna, well, wait till this thing is moved, and hopefully at that point, one of the gnomes is gonna show up somewhere in here. Well, looks like rats were there, not like gnomes were there, but I don't see any, do you? I do not see a single one of them. Oh, there's one up there, most certainly, which means that we will have to move that all the way over there. And that's going to take another 2 years for things to move. So we'll just wait until people are done with that. We have failed to deliver parts to construction, which is also always very nice. So let's see how long it takes till it's actually up here, and if the gnome is still around at that point in time, which he very evidently is. And then we get him. Boop. Nice. One more out of the way. Boxbot deliver. And shouldn't forget the main tasks in the meanwhile while we take care of these gnomes. So let's get all the other things out of the way. You can see, and we totally missed it, that Inco Inc is indeed at tier 4. So we're nearly there, everyone. We are literally nearly there. It is not far out at all anymore. We've got the barrel bots in the queue too, and we will get... There's another one. Another contract phase underway even, so... Kind of carefully optimistic here. Did I just see him down there? That was not a gnome, that was an employee. Where's the gnome at now? Gnomey! I got him somewhere. Oh, there he was. Ew. Thanks. Well, that was a bit of an issue, was it? So, where else are the gnomes currently at? I have got no clue. You know, we're just hunting them alongside while our employees are making the barrel bots and everything, so why in the world not? You know, we don't have any plans to make. But I don't know. Don't really see any of them anymore. I don't even see any remainders of their activities around much anywhere. So, I don't know. But we do have new contracts to take care of now, so let's do that also. Whew, we really want to get these out of the way now. That's looking terrible. But challenges then. We do have another 2 contracts. This one being actually very new. Industry bot. Fancy. Very much looking forward to making that one. Let's start with this bot here, though, which is, you know, the good old one that we already know and love, and at this point probably also you slightly have developed a bit of a hate for, given the amount of time we have spent designing this thing over and over again. But that is all the robustitude out of the way for a start. We'll get this, we'll get that, we'll get... nothing here for the time being. Actually, we could indeed probably already start by doing a few of these things, and then we can always reshuffle at the end should we actually feel like we need to do so. So we're going to go ahead with that, and we're going to go and look to the right, where we do indeed need a good bit of style. So we will go for a few wooden parts. We'll do metal right here, of course. Metal right there, of course. And yeah, we're short on everything. So this is a bit more of a hard one, I would say. We can probably go for dark wood on the parts that we do out of wood, though, which feels like the cheaper option to me. Wasn't there 2 parts that we were doing out of wood? Was it only 1? Did I miss one? Apparently we did only do 1 out of wood, which is kind of technically fine, because we're gonna have to upgrade the metal too. It should add some style to things as well. So, donk. And there we go. Okay, that's honestly not too bad. I think we can all live with that very much. So, well, one more happy days assignment phase for me, and then I'll be right back with you. Alright, back we are, everything assigned. Once more, let's go and execute this thing and get that underway. 2 then. But with that said, I think it is time to end this episode off right here. You can see the massive advancement we have made this episode, I think. We've even got 2 more contracts underway already, which, if we have a quick look at those, the one gives us 18,400 reputation, the other one 20,700. So that's like 39,300, I think, if I quickly calculated that correctly. So looking at this, that means that after those 2 contracts are done, we will, in the next episode, finally get our mega contract for Inco Inc. And, well, probably also finally finish off this Let's Play, or whatever you would call this series, on Little Big Workshop. So, very much looking forward to that. I think we will, regardless, also take on this Industry Bot contract, just because they kind of look cool and I want to actually have built them once, so we're going to do that too, pretty sure. But yeah, that's all something for the next episode then. For today, I'm going to end this off right here. So as usual, if you enjoyed the episode, please make sure to hit that like button down below. That does always help out a ton with the discoverability on YouTube. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider smashing that subscribe button right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. But with all that out of the way, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very soon. Ciao.